Is it maybe too soon for a movie about the GameStop short squeeze of the stock market from just a couple of years ago? I don't know, but Hollywood, of course, is going to certainly try. Let's talk about Dumb Money. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new film Dumb Money. This is in theaters right now and boasts a pretty nice cast, including Paul Dano, America Ferrera, Pete Davidson, Anthony Ramos, Nick Offerman. A lot of, pretty decent-sized names here in this movie. Certainly, you get the vibe from the trailer, and then again from the movie about the Adam McKay stuff with The Big Short. Clearly, this is kind of, taking a cue from that about a little bit of a more recent event. But before we launch into the specifics of this movie, let me welcome you to Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do TV and movie reviews here, and I try to post something new just about every day for you. So please consider subscribing, hit that like button, and comment below. All that stuff does help the channel out, of course. So, all right, Dumb Money was directed by Craig Gillespie, who I have a little bit of a mixed feeling on with his movies. Lars and the Real Girl, I thought was very inventive and, really cool. I, Tonya was amazing. I think that made us all believers in Margot Robbie as a dramatic star. But then he also did Cruella, which I did not love. I know I'm a little bit in the minority with that one. I think people generally do like that movie, but I had too many flaws with it for me. But look, one thing I can say about Mr. Gillespie is a lot of the actors in his movies need no coaching. Like Paul Dano, I really don't think the guy can do any wrong. He's given us so many great performances over the years, and Keith Gill, I believe, is another one. So this is a real person who was all about the subreddit Wall Street Bets. I barely know much about Reddit, to be completely honest, but he live streams under the name Roaring Kitty and decides to sort of take this GameStop thing under his wing, and people start kind of following him and, believing, okay, well, this is maybe a way out of, our lives and our money problems and all of this. And yeah, let's kind of thumb our noses at Wall Street, give them the middle finger, what have you. And it goes on from there. So I kind of knew what was going on with this because it was so interesting at the time, and it was during COVID. There wasn't a whole lot else going on, but I did a little digging into some sort of dumbed down articles about, okay, what is a short squeeze and what is, X, Y, and Z with the marketplace and whatever. Not that I was ever going to invest myself, but I was just curious about, what was the story with GameStop, and AMC was another one at the time. So I kind of knew a little bit about this sort of stuff going into the movie, and I'm glad I kind of did, because I don't feel like the movie really gave us the bare bones, okay, here is what this means, here is what this is doing. And Adam McKay, listen, I have some fault with his movies, with a few different things, but I will say in The Big Short, he at least, I thought, explained the housing crisis pretty well. Yes, he used Margot Robbie coming out of a tub, or whatever to do that, but I think it was explained very well. In this movie, I'm not quite sure that it ever got to that point. Like I said, I knew a little bit about it going into the movie, so I think I was at a slight advantage there. But I think if you know nothing about what happened with GameStop a few years ago, maybe you heard in the news or whatever, but never really looked into it, I'm not sure that this movie will necessarily give you a fuller picture of what happened. I mean, yeah, they identify a little bit about some of the definitions, but I'm not sure, since I did have that knowledge going in. But in any event, the acting here is really what is on full display. In fact, Pete Davidson is in this, and I think he usually sticks to one lane, and then he's fine in that lane. But I actually thought he was pretty good here, if I'm being honest. I mean, he didn't veer too much off. He's a delivery driver, that rides a bike, and he smoked weed in his parents' basement. So, okay, is he maybe that different from playing Pete Davidson yet again? Maybe not, but I don't know. Maybe the character was a little bit meatier this time. He plays Keith's brother. So, he does figure in this movie prominently. And then you have the other people like America Ferrera's character, Anthony Ramos' character, who are just sort of stock people. These people are not based on anybody real. They're just based on, this is somebody who might have, done the GameStop short sale thing. That's fine. I mean, I'm not sure that we needed that many of them. There's more than just those two. Who else was part of that whole thing? Well, okay. There's so many people in this movie. Seth Rogen, Dane DeHaan, Sebastian Stan is in this movie as a big tech guy. Nick Offerman's in this. All right. Anyway, Shailene Woodley plays Keith's girlfriend. There's a lot of people in this movie. But anyway, there's a handful of kind of these stock characters. There's like a lesbian couple. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I get it. They're the every people. And you almost have to have that in a movie like this so we can relate directly to, okay, I'm like America Ferrera, I'm like Anthony Ramos, whatever. It's fine. I get it. But look, for the most part, this is actually a really enjoyable movie. It's funny, I think, at the right times. And Paul Dano really holds it all together. He's got that kind of everyman look. And even when he's a little bit like Jesse Eisenberg, I guess, in The Social Network, which is funny. I think the book that this is based on is called The Antisocial Network. Okay, so maybe that's where I'm getting that reference. But how Jesse Eisenberg kind of has that kind of commanding presence in the movie, but also can turn his personality a little bit on a dime when he is being serious and wants you to get the message of what he's saying. And I think there's a great scene towards the end of the movie, interspersed kind of with real world well, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a hearing at the end of the movie about what exactly happened here and whatever, and they use real life footage from part of that. But anyway, so this is I think probably a little bit better for me than The Big Short. Again, I have some issues with the Adam McKay movies. I gave that one a B minus. This one, I don't know if it's quite too soon to do this movie. We just kind of got out of the pandemic and everybody's wearing masks in this movie, and because it takes place in that time period, like 2021, I think 2021. So okay, maybe it is, but I'm gonna look at this movie based on what it is, not on the time period that it came out, per se. I think personally maybe it's a little too early, but whatever. I think this is an enjoyable flick. I give Dumb Money a B. And you can check it out now. All right, so that is in theaters, and we will see you next time on Dan Reviews It. Thanks for watching. Bye.